so lonely. If you leave me, let me down slowly. Let me down.
What is something you wish was true or real? The Sims job system. Just saying.
But you'd miss the carpool every day, because you're passed out on the floor next to a plate of badly cooked waffles.
That game has probably been the most stressful game I've ever played. I tried to do things perfectly, and just when I was getting my beep together and starting to relax a bit, I died of old age.
Very realistic.
Teleportation.
Wormholes are better. No transporter problem that way.
Cancer though.
Compared to instant death and replication, it's not too bad.
Wormhole cancer sounds horrible.
The holodeck, because I could literally go anywhere or do anything I wanted in the comfort of my own home. It would be glorious.
Similarly, I wish that my inner world were a real place. It can't currently feed me or sustain any real life.
I, too, wish I could exist for free.
Seriously, that's the dream right there.
A magic pill that would cure health problems.
Oof. Imagine the price on that thing. It'd cost more than insulin, that's for sure.
I'm not a crook, but I would steal that and use it or give it to people in need without a second thought. Edit. Insulin is cheap or free, at least in the US, so I don't know what all the hate is for.
Robin Health, Prince of Thieves.
Uploading information straight to the brain matrix style.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me.
Wepows you in the face with heel and spins.
Did you know Keanu had a spinal fusion surgery during training for that movie, but still insisted on doing all the stunts? It's why he doesn't kick as much as the other actors. He literally can't without beeping up his recovery.
For your information, Keanu does all his action, but stunts like getting hit by a car or taking a big fall are done by doubles. In the Matrix movies, Chad Stahelski, who directs the John Wick series, was his stunt double.
Make me take all those falls for you, huh? Well, who's laughing now? Cut to 5 minute long single cut action sequence centered on Keanu.
I wish it was possible to travel back in time. I'm convinced now that it isn't actually possible, but I wish so much that it was and that I had access to it.
I'm convinced now that it isn't actually possible. People thought that until the year 2430, so I don't blame you.
2427, to be exact. The discovery of the oscillating time network, for those unfamiliar, really just changed everything.
Do Marvel movies ever stop making money?
No.
Being able to take a photo through your own eyes of what is actually in front of you in the moment, without having to pause and grab a phone or camera. There are so many times that I look at something and wish I could capture it exactly as it is that second. Edit. This is my most upvotes and comments, so thanks all for making my day. 1 or 2 or 687 of you may have mentioned the Black Mirror episode. I'll definitely check it out.
Also record the last 10 seconds. Like, whoa. Really, that just happened.
You guys are thinking about intimacy, aren't you?
It absolutely bothers me that we haven't found aliens. I don't want this world to be it. I want to see what else is out there. I want more than just this. P.S. I'm so happy to see others say aliens as well.
Astronomer here. Just try to live a while longer. I think we'll find, at the very least, spectral evidence of extraterrestrial life within the next couple of decades. The general thought process in the field is, yeah, we'll find ET within our lifetimes. The problem is, how the fuck do we get there?
In a related note, I think a lot of people will be disappointed. We are unlikely to have aliens landing on our lawn. but instead have a slow progression from "we've found some strange signals that might be alien life" to "we are pretty certain that these signals are from alien life."
Or they'll be disappointed, because the only alien life we end up finding is bacteria.
Dream recording machine that allowed you to watch your dreams. I have really crazy, vivid dreams, and I would love to be able to experience them again like I would a movie.
When we dream, it feels like emotions are amplified, so I would like to feel those amplified emotions during the second watch.
Studies have shown that while dreams may feel like you've been dreaming for hours, most dreams only last 30 seconds, so that's going to be a pretty short movie.
I've always dreamed of elves, dragons, wizards and warlocks. I like our world very much, but I'll never see a mermaid or a cursed sword.
Part of the reason I'm so obsessed with virtual reality is to have the chance to see the wondrous fictional fantasy worlds I've always read, watched, played or imagined. Maybe I'll never live to see Matrix-style neural VR/PSIS/full dive whatever, but I can damn well try. Till then, my riff's a good starting point. On the plus side, it's driven me to pick up things like drawing and programming on the side. If I can't experience it, let me at least jot it down.
People in the Shadowrun universe get legit strung out, addicted to going into the Matrix.
I suspect that if we had similar technology that allowed your consciousness to enter a virtual world that you couldn't distinguish from reality, it would be insanely addictive, to the point the government would try to control it. If folks could do whatever they wanted in a fantasy land of their choice, and experience all the attendant pleasures and adventures therein, they would likely never want to leave. I mean, conceivably they could even be doing some kind of digital drugs in this virtual world, and they would feel real.
I'm hoping that when we get VR like that, it will have the same time scale as the Alien arcade game from the second season of Rick and Morty, so that people could spend literally lifetimes in a virtual world, but not use any more than a few minutes of real time.
Haha, that would be great. Live a year or more in an hour. Would definitely revolutionize education, or the prison industry, if you could program a 500-year sentence and have them wake up a day later. Dystopian in that regard. I think I saw a Black Mirror episode like that.
I don't recall Black Mirror doing it, but it was an episode of Star Trek, Deep Space Nine.
Superpowers. They would make life so much interesting.
Would be awesome if everyone was given one around age 20. You have 20 years to ponder and train using different powers, and then decide which one you want when you're 20.
Only to realize your power is useless when it comes to finding jobs years later.
Boy, do I have the anime for you. It's just My Hero Academia, but still.
It's okay, you can threaten your own life for some money instead.
That we all have the ability to use magic, not with wands though. Basically, we train our mind's abilities like a muscle every day and can channel magic through our hands or items we hold. My wife says ghost just so there's a possibility of seeing past loved ones again. I say aliens to know that we are not alone. My daughter says phantom thieves from Persona 5 3 ? I wish that I could shapeshift. Basically just to fit my aesthetics. Sometimes I want to look like an ethereal Roman goddess, but others I want to look like a curvy little cinnamon roll, and other days I just want to be a dragon. Cosplay would be great.
I've been losing weight lately and I thought about doing cosplay to experiment with different looks and emulate characters I see a lot of myself in. I've been a styleless blob for my whole life, and I want to finally look how I want to, damn it. Still a lot of weight left, but I've been brainstorming ideas.
That governments looked out for our best interests as a nation.
That companies looked out for our best interests.
Once you achieve big life milestones, you're instantly happy. Finding peace and happiness is an ongoing process that is never ending. I wish that all the unhealthy tasty food drinks were healthy.
Or health not depending on food at all, so you could eat whatever you wanted without consequences. D.
Life after death, so my dog will live forever and she's waiting for me to hug her. Beep, I miss her a lot. I wish God heaven was real. No, I'm not just trolling. My mom was murdered many years ago in her own home by a stranger. She was the sweetest, most supportive person I've ever known. She was also a pretty committed Lutheran. I know she definitely believed in the triune God in heaven, and if anyone deserved to go to such a place, it was most certainly her. So a large part of my continuing mourning of her is the fact that I believe she's just been erased from existence. People always tell me things like she's watching over me, she's proud of me, things like I wish my mom was around to meet my wife. She would have loved her. Responses like she has. She's smiling down on you and loves her. All these kinds of sentiments, though I absolutely appreciate them and have nothing but love for those who express such sentiments, just serve to make me more sad. Everyone has this idea that the single mom who raised my sister and I with nothing but love and light somehow still exists on a spiritual plane and watches over us and experiences life achievements with us, whereas I'm so sad, because I don't believe that and as such feel alone yet sad that mom is literally only a body in a box. I wish the knowledge of whether or not a God existed was real. Just thinking about how different the world would be if we knew instead of fighting each other over who's right is beeping crazy.
I used to believe in God. Ever since I stopped believing in his existence, not a day goes by without my wishing he were real. I haven't told anyone I know since I want to keep the illusion alive for everyone else who is hopeful of seeing their dead loved ones. It's also sad to know that all the people who live or had horrible lives will never get a second chance.
I used to believe in a God too, mostly because I was in a really rough spot in life. 3 weeks later my dad killed himself. Cut that beep out real beeping fast. I've had some people tell me God was just testing my faith, but if some God was trying to test me by killing my beeping father, I don't want to meet him anyways.